Points Q and R lie on a circle with center P. So draw a circle. Its center is P, and points Q and R lie on a circle. So for every question of circle, it's important that you draw a figure. The radius of the circle is 9 inches. Okay. Triangle PQR has a perimeter of 31 inches. What is the length in inches of line segment QR? So there is a triangle PQR. So draw the triangle. Okay. So the perimeter of this triangle is 31 inches. Now you have to understand, you have to realize this fact that this kind of triangle is always an isosceles triangle. And this is a concept that SAT people love to test. So why is this triangle an isosceles triangle? Because PQ is a radius. So, and PR is a radius. So all the radii measure same. So that's why we have PQ and PR as two congruent sides. So triangle PQR is isosceles. And in this question, the radius is 9 inches. So PQ will be 9, PR will be 9. And it says triangle PQR has perimeter of 31 inches. So we know that perimeter is PQ plus QR plus PR. It's the sum of all three sides, right? So we have PQ 9, PR 9, and QR, let's say it is X. So this is equal to 31. So X will be equal to 31 minus 18. And so the answer will be 13. The circle above has center O. The length of arc ABC is 5 pi. Okay, so this is 5 pi. And X is equal to 100. Okay, so X is this angle. What is the length of arc ABC? We have to find out the length of this arc ABC. Okay, so to find out the length of any arc, the formula is the length of any arc is found using this formula, 2 pi r times the central angle over 360 degrees. In this case, if you want to find out the length of arc ABC, the angle is this one. So don't take 100. Many students take 100, but no. The angle subtended by this arc is this blue one, which is the reflex angle. So you can get that angle by doing 360 minus 100. So that's 260. So theta is 260. And now we need to know the value of R. Now, some students will do this question like this, that they will say, okay, we know the length of arc ABC, which is 5 pi. So they will say 5 pi is equal to 2 pi r times the angle is 100 over 360. And from this equation, first they will find out the value of R, and then they will put that value into this equation. Now, that is absolutely correct, but that is not the smartest way of doing this question. The smarter way of doing this problem will be, first of all, know that the ratio of lengths of any two arcs is same as the ratio of the central angles. So if I say length of arc ABC, ratio of length of arc ABC to length of arc ADC, that will be same as the ratio of their central angles. So the central angle of ABC is 260, and central angle for ADC is 100 degrees. And you also know the length of arc ADC, which is 5 pi. So here I'm just going to write 5 pi. And now you just have to cross multiply, simplify. So it is going to be 260 times 5 pi over 100. This goes 2 times, this goes 13. So the answer will be 13 pi. The graph of this in the xy plane is the circle. What is the length of the circle's radius? Okay, so this is equation of a circle. Okay, and I'll tell you two methods. First method, how you can find out the center and the radius manually, and then how you can find out the center and radius on DESMOS. First of all, this equation is in expanded form. It's not in the standard form. So when the equation is given to us in expanded form, let me know in the comments if you don't know what is the difference between standard form and expanded form. So this is an expanded form. So whenever you have equation in expanded form, how do you find out the center of the circle? Well, you just look at the coefficients of the x term and the y term. Coefficient of x term is 1, coefficient of y term is also 1. So to find out the center, you just divide the coefficients by -2. divide the coefficients by -2, and that will give you the center. So 1 divided by -2, you're going to get -1/2. And 1 divided by -2, you're going to get -1/2. So that's the center of the circle. Okay. And to find out the radius, you have to bring this constant on the left-hand side. So this is x squared plus x plus y squared plus y minus 199/2 equals to 0. This is proper expanded form because there should be 0 on the right-hand side. So this is proper expanded form. And now the formula to find out the radius is given by g squared plus f squared minus c, where g is this, f is this. Okay, so you have to take the square. So g square is -1/2 square, so that will be 1/4. -1/2 square, 1/4, and minus c. Now here you have to be careful. C is -199/2. So when I do minus c, it will be minus of this term. Okay, so it will become, in the end, it will become plus whatever. Okay, so 1/4 plus 1/4 will give you 1/2. So now 199 plus 1 is 200. 200 divided by 2 is 100. So this is square root of 100. So square root of 100 is 10. So the answer, the final answer is 10. Now how you can do it on DESMOS? Well, go to DESMOS and plot this circle. Let's plot this circle. Okay, so x square plus x plus y square plus y is equal to 199/2. Now, you find out the two extremest points of the circle. The topmost point is this, and the bottommost point is this. Now find out the distance between these 2 points. So these 2 points are -0.5, 9.5, and -0.5, -10.5. So type distance and type the 2 points. So -0.5, 9.5, and -0.5, -10.5. So the distance between these 2 points, the top 2 extremest points. Now, obviously, this is the topmost point, and this one is the bottommost point. So obviously, the line connecting these 2 points will be the diameter. So this is the diameter. So you know that the answer will be half of 20, which is 10. The graph of the given equation is a circle in the xy plane. The point A, B lies on the circle. Okay, so we have a point A, B, which lies on the circle. Which of the following is a possible value for A? Okay, so we have the circle. So let's plot the circle on DESMOS first. So we have x plus 4 and y minus 19. Okay, so x plus 4 whole square plus y minus 19 whole square is equal to 121. So that's the circle. So this is a circle. And then it says which of the following is a possible value for A. And the point A, B lies on the circle. Okay. So we have to check for -16, -14, 11, and 19. So if the point A, B lies on the circle, and so that means, so you take your cursor, you have your cursor, okay, and you move on this circle, okay, and just check if you can see the x coordinate and the y coordinate of this point, right? Just check if any of these points appear. See, now on the left-hand side, you have negative coordinates, right? So like one of the points is -4, 30. So when you move your cursor on this region, on this boundary of the circle, so the points will be negative. So check for -16 and -14. Are you going to get -16 or -14? It is possible because somewhere here, -16 and -14 will be in this interval, right? Okay, if you actually see -16 is going to be you plot the point -16, so -16 will lie outside the circle. You can see this. If the x coordinate, if -16 comma b, that means if a has to take a value of -16, this is -16. So that definitely lies outside the circle. So it cannot be -16. Can it be -14? Yes, let's just see. Yeah, it can be -14 if I think this point. It can be -14. Yes, it is possible. -14 is possible. Now 11. Now 11 and 19, they're positive, so they will lie on this part of the circle. But if you see 11 is here, so definitely it cannot be on the circle. 19 is here, it cannot be on the circle. So -14 is correct. What are the coordinates of the center of the circle? Well, this is in expanded form. Divide the coefficient of x by -2. Divide the coefficient of y by -2. This will give you -10, -8. So answer choice B is correct. Point O is the center of the circle above, and the measure of angle OAB is 30 degrees. OAB, that angle is 30 degrees. If the length of line segment OC is 18, what is the length of arc AB? Okay, length of arc AB. I know that to find out the length of any arc, the formula is 2 pi r times the central angle over 360 degrees. Now, do we have the angle? No. Do we have the radius? Yes. So this OC is actually the radius because O is the center of the circle. So we have the radius, which is 18. And do we have the angle theta? No. But if you see the triangle OAB, that's an isosceles triangle because OA is radius, OB is radius. So that's an isosceles triangle because all radii measure same. And so OA and OB measure same. So this will be 18, this will be 18. And that's really not needed. Then this angle will be also 30 degrees. And so the angle AOB will be 120 degrees. So you know the value of theta, that will be 120 degrees. So you just substitute the values and you'll get the answer. Circle in the xy plane has a diameter with endpoints 2, 4 and 2, 14. An equation of the circle is this, where r is a positive constant. What is the value of r? Okay, so the endpoints of diameter are given. So let's say 2, 4 is this. And 2, 14 will be just above this point. See, x coordinate is same. So if this point is 2, 4, so 2, 14 will be somewhere here. So these are the endpoints of the diameter. So how much is this distance? Well, you just do 14 minus 4, that's 10. This distance is 10. So that's actually the diameter. Okay, so the radius will be half of diameter, so 5. So the value of r. Now, what is r? So for this equation, r square, so r here is actually the radius. Because the equation of the circle is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square, where r is the radius of the circle. Right, so radius here will be 5. Circle A in the xy plane has the equation x plus 5 whole square plus 5 minus 5 whole square equals to 4. Circle B has the same center as circle A. The radius of circle B is 2 times the radius of circle A. The equation defining circle B in the xy plane is this, where k is a constant. What is the value of k? So we have a circle A, its center. Actually, we don't care about the center, we only care about the radius. Radius will be square root of this. So radius of circle A is 2. And there is a circle B which has the same center as circle A, but its radius is 2 times the radius of circle B. So radius B will be 2 times the radius of circle A. 2 times 2, which is 4. Okay, so that's the radius. And in the equation on the right hand side, now do not enter your final answer as 4, that would be wrong. Here, this number is actually r square. Okay, So the value of k, this number k, will be actually r squared. So 4 squared, that will be 16. 16 will be correct. What is the diameter of the circle? So to find out the diameter, you can find out the radius first. Radius will be square root of this. So square root of 16 is 4. So diameter will be 2 times the radius. So 2 times 4, well, that's 8. All right, so that's it for this video. And in the next video, we'll take the next 10 questions from the same document. And if you found this video helpful, then subscribe to this channel. It really means a lot to me. And also share this with your friends. And if you have any doubt, and if I made any mistake, then don't hesitate to comment and let me know. I wish you all the best for your SAT exam.